from the earth whence forth ye fell. The path of fire leads thee to spooky Mormon hell dream. Welcome back to spooky Mormon hell.
Hey, it's Hell in a Cell and Relate, I guess.
Yeah. Is this show really worth reviewing?
Nope. And that's the no.
And that's the C show.
I mean,
Sorry, but we have to live up to.
I said we were canceled, right?
Goodbye, internet. No.
Dinner's canceled.
Like I
Sorry, I just got a call
thought
from
we
Kurt
were
Angle,
canceled.
and he told us to do the show.
Oh.
Fucking meningitis. God damn it.
No, that would be TLC.
I know, but still.
I thought it was bumps.
No, it was viral meningitis.
Okay.
Yeah, originally we thought it was mumps, but yeah, it turned out to be meningitis. A couple of them maybe got mumps, but
So I'm Rob. That fucker over there is Rocktan. Say hi, Rocktan.
hi, Rocktan.
Good. That didn't.
I'm Max, and what is this technology?
Yeah. And of course, our grumpy host is Allie.
AKA the only person who knows how to record these. You guys need to fucking learn.
I know how to work Audacity.
You don't need Audacity. You just have to stream and then get the stream from the streaming site and then re-upload it to YouTube.
But I'm lazy.
Definitely, Colorado is very crap. You know that meme where it says, "Oh, you want to change the ISPs? Oh, wait, you can't because there's only one." That's pretty much Colorado.
We have two. Yeah.
Yeah, we have two too, but one is Comcast.
Yeah. And the other is
And-
Verizon.
The other is CenturyLink,
I think I have.
which is okay, but the upstream is horrible.
I think I have.
This has been our review of internet service providers.
I think mine are Spectrum and CenturyLink.
So,
Like WCW 2000, horrible.
Spectrum's good, but I pay out the ass for it.
We opened Hell in a Cell. We're following our tradition of not watching the pre-show.
Mostly because, what's the point? Nothing happens.
So the downside of us
has become basically a filler match that no one that's like a match that no one cares about and a feud that no one cares about. So
the downside is we missed. The downside is we missed a Shelton, Benjamin, and Chad Gable match.
Yeah.
The upside is we missed a Hype Bros match.
Yeah, but they're doing that thing where they argue a little bit and they might break up, but they probably won't.
Yeah. Can Zack Ryder go back and can he detach himself from Mojo Rawley?
Can he send him back to the douche bro portal that he pulled him from?
The Phantom Zone. Hi, bro.
All right, so
Well, long story short,
We don't
team
get
wins.
buried, we stay buried.
but speaking of tag teams, we open the show of Hell in a Cell with the best match on the card.
Yeah.
Yep.
This Hell in a Cell was fantastic.
That's both great and terrible considering
There's the entire rest
it's
of the
all
show.
downhill from here.
Kind of like a valley from here, but yeah.
Mostly, yeah. It is like it's the longest drop on a roller coaster ever.
I gotta say,
and then it finally starts going back up again.
I think Usos versus New Day, or heel Usos versus New Day, is probably one of the best feuds of 2017.
Yeah, I'm down with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's someone that.
Like all the matches are good.
Yeah.
And this particular Hell in a Cell match was one of the best ones in a long time.
And it was violent as shit, but like no one got busted open or anything.
Yeah, it felt brutal, man.
They
It was
hit each
PG
other with
era.
trombones and kendo sticks, and
And a rainbow kendo stick.
There were some
that makes it
cringeworthy-
stronger.
There were some cringeworthy crashes against the cell.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, was it Big E who went headfirst into the cell?
Biggie decided, I'm gonna take a big chunk out of this cell with my teeth. Like, it looks delicious.
I thought they were going to set up for the typical let's go through the cell wall spot, but
Yeah, I thought they were too, but then
Oh,
again, I remembered. Oh yeah, that's right. Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon have to wrestle in this thing later.
I don't know if it's a plus or a minus, but like, there was like 3 or 4 spots where I'm like, yep, that's it, and then like they'd kick out anyway, like with the fucking
Yes.
double Uso splash after they beat the shit out of one of them with kendo sticks.
Yeah, I thought that was the finish as well.
hmm
Like,
And
that's
Xavier Woods kicked out of it.
like, goddamn. And then
also, if I
then-
might add, this is the
Or
first,
it might have been Big E. I can't remember.
it was Biggie.
I really don't watch wrestling anymore because it falls on a bad day for me. So I only watch the pay-per-views, and I just recently started watching the pay-per-views again. And I'll say this: I love the Usos as heel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. When they first turned, and it was like Backlash, where they faced Heath Slater and Rhino for the title. They were outstanding as heels.
Wait, did they
I'm-
beat up a fox?
This
I'm
sounds
sorry,
kind
what?
of weird, but this seems a little bit closer to their personalities. Like, they're not assholes. It's just they're just kind of God. How do I say this
Yeah, without being racist.
without being racist? It fits their personalities more because they kind of have like that we're from a poor neighborhood kind of thing,
Yeah.
and violent, angry.
Well, here's the other thing. They talk as heels
Yeah, even when they were
more
faces.
like the way they actually talk.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
They kind of have the heel cut on.
I mean, if you watch Up Up Down Down, you see how they actually talk, and they before that they were very like sterilized. The way they talked was very sterilized WWE stuff, taking all the actual character out of how they talk.
But I love the fact they just talk shit. Like,
Yeah,
it's great.
I mean, the great thing of this is a bit of a tangent, but welcome to the C Show.
Yeah.
At least we don't keep count of them.
The best thing about Up Up Down Down is that you see what the guys are like without a script.
And Biggie is hilarious.
And yeah,
Yeah.
the best trash talkers on that show are Miz, Kofi, Rusev, and Brian
Uso?
Kendrick.
No.
Granted, it should be
And then-
natural.
And
Granted, it should be
Kevin
natural
Owens.
to the
Don't
Miz.
forget Kevin Owens.
Yeah, but Kevin Owens appears so rarely on that show. I forgot about him. But he's a great trash talker in general. So
Granted, with the Miz being a real road challenge alumni, it kind of comes natural for Miz to be a trash talker.
Yeah.
So as we mentioned before, there was that spot where Xavier got double splashed. Well, not at the
That
not
was
at
like
the same
that was
time.
like
That was the
halfway in.
finish. That was the finish where he got smushed by both Usos at the same time. But this was after they took a handcuff. They put Xavier in handcuffs, wrapped his arms like behind him around the ring post, and then beat the shit out of him with kendo sticks.
Yeah.
I love that spot. I think the last time I saw that spot was in like a CM Punk TLC match.
And Biggie couldn't help either because they handcuffed him to the rope, and he fucking broke that shit. Like, he broke those handcuffs.
And then
He's a
I could break these cuffs.
And then Xavier came in and saved a pinfall, but he was still handcuffed, so they beat him beat him some
To be
more.
fair, though,
kendo
that was some really good acting out of fucking Xavier, because he was just like fucking going crazy with anger while just handcuffed and not able to do anything. He fucking headbutted a guy, and then he like jumped on the other one until the other guy kicked him in the face.
Also, don't forget that they tried to pin an Uso to the cage with kendo sticks.
Oh yeah, they fucking like pop up
Oh,
pirated
yeah,
him.
Yeah,
that
that's
was-
right.
The
I
fucking
still-
prison
I was-
beating.
Who the well? Who's that?
Who the fuck
Yeah.
is that?
Fuck you! I'm not in the intro.
Who let this guy in here?
How much does this guy weigh?
I need to call my
So, yeah.
agent.
So yeah, although they've kind of traded the titles back and forth, and I kind of wish that there was like they wouldn't.
Oh my
At the
god.
same time, this particular loss by the New Day made sense because Xavier just went through so much abuse in the match. Like
He went
he
through
was-
hell. I bet he had like when he went to bed
And it
that
was in the
night.
cell.
When he went to bed that night, he had to be like suspended from a hammock or something because every side he laid on would have hurt. Like, just hang me upside down. I'll sleep like that. I don't care.
Like the Tim Burton Batman.
My ribs hurt. Fuck that.
I would have it would have been something if somebody like took a shot of like his body and all the fucking marks from the kendo sticks.
Yeah, it was a long match, but it didn't drag either.
Which was amazing.
They
Yeah,
just
it
they
was-
just did fucking really good and set an expectation so high for the rest of the show. We got disappointed like back to back.
To back, to
Yeah.
back, to back.
Pretty much. You can
So
just
coming
end the
off-
pay-per-view with this match.
Coming
Your
off
best
of that
favorite.
high,
By the way, we've been
Mega Fighter.
Mega Fighters with us now.
yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine anyone who watches this doesn't know who I am if they haven't watched.
We
any
made a
other-
point of doing intros this show because we haven't done in so long, and you pop in without any announcement whatsoever.
Well, it's your guys' fault we're like 2 weeks late on this shit because I couldn't get both of you to be online at the same goddamn time. It's just like, oh, Mega Fighter's online, but he's not replying. Oh shit, he's on. Now he's chatting with me. Oh, Rob left. Dude, he's playing Mass Effect and he doesn't reply. It's like, Jesus Christ, guys, fuck both of you. That's why I
Stop
canceled
being an
this show.
ass effect, Rob.
And now we've uncanceled it.
Yeah,
Because we like making you miserable.
because
No,
viral
it's no-
meningitis.
No, it's
And-
still canceled.
And speaking of
The-
making Alien miserable,
The
Randy
canceled
Orton
C
versus
show.
Rusev.
No, this is making me miserable.
No, it made me miserable
This is
too.
making Rusev miserable.
That's my boy Ruru. He's the
Rusev
television
is canceled.
champion.
The fucking plot of this match,
Roo,
like
you
the
know it?
context of this match made me sad. Rusev wanted his own very special day, and he got Aiden English to sing the Rusev Day theme, and he was all happy and shit, and Randy Orton fucking ruined it. Like, I want Rusev Day. He deserves it.
Rusev Day is canceled.
Yeah.
So
I mean-
Day.
this match was okay at best, but pretty much boring. And
I mean,
and
It's-
Rusev lost for no fucking reason. Why? I mean, I don't understand why he's losing to Randy Orton twice. Like, I mean, twice on pay-per-views. Yeah, he won on like fucking SmackDown, but so what? Like, the story there was like, oh, because Randy Orton beat him in like a few seconds on the pay-per-view, he won in 9 seconds on the show, on the TV show, and
It's-
that was part of the basis of this feud.
It's
Like,
just, he's alright on the mic, he's really hilarious out of character, and he seems like a good dude. He wrestles really fucking good, especially considering his size and all, and how like young he is, technically.
yeah.
I don't see the
He's only
reason why he shouldn't be contending for like upper mid card US title, maybe even the fucking like heavyweight title.
You guys remember when he first debuted at the Royal Rumble?
Man, Royal Rumble 2017 Rusev's debut.
He can go
No,
all.
Not
shit.
2017.
He can go.
2014, excuse
He
you.
can fucking go all out.
You said 2017.
I said 14. Play back the tape.
No.
uh,
Play back the
2017.
tape while we're recording the tape.
2017. No.
I
no,
said
19. So Rusev, I love the story that CM Punk told him, like, nobody's gonna know who you are if you just act like a bitch. Go out there and kill people.
Also, good off-topic news.
Yeah.
What's
The
that?
job I applied for called me back a day later.
Woo!
Interview arranged. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I have to say I'm starting to hate Orton again, and it's not even his fault. It's entirely the booking's fault.
It's
for me.
weird because, like, Orton has a little bit of more variety to his moveset now, and he's trying to have a character. It's just, these storylines are shit.
Much like,
okay. What the I'm sorry, but what the fuck do they even do with Orton at this point? If he's
beat
not
up Rusev.
I just think Orton's waiting it out until he can retire. I don't really see
I mean,
anything
you could
he
throw him
wants.
into the tag team division, I guess, and
Who's he tag
do
with,
something
though?
fun.
Isn't he like
I
an
don't-
8-time world champion or some shit? Like, I don't...
Yeah, he is, but I'm like, if
I don't
you,
know.
that's what they did
Cena,
with
I
Kane.
guess?
That's what they did with Kane to rehab Kane from
That's what they...
stupid booking.
That's what they do in New Japan. They take their top guys from like the early 2000s and 90s, and they just put them in tag team matches until there was a
Yeah, but
storyline
here's
for
the
them.
thing about New Japan, though. They're structured differently. They only do single matches when they're important. They stick everybody else in tag team matches. So, like, you'll
That's
get Okada versus Tanahashi, but you'll also get everybody else is like in tag matches.
Well, it's one way to get their paycheck.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it makes sense though. It works.
And those
Well,
matches
tag
can
with Cena.
and those matches can be really fun.
Yep.
I mean, what else are you gonna do with Captain fucking New Japan?
Uh,
Fire him. That's basically what they did. He's gone.
Whatever happened to Bone Soldier?
He
Got
got
rid
boned.
of him.
He's dead apparently.
Yeah,
In kayfabe.
Yeah. Yeah, he got boned.
he is dead.
Thunder Liger's a saint. I will not take any shit from...
Neo Saito is also dead now.
All right.
So we
that
move
tangent out of the way. Rusev, my man, my boy, Ruru.
You know it.
No.
Roo.
He needs to
Please.
pull... He
Please
needs...
leave. Please
Please
leave.
go into Vince McMahon's office and put him in the accolade until he either pushes you or fires you.
I was going
Yeah.
to say...
Ah!
All right, okay, fight. No.
It's on!
I was going to say pull a Shelton Benjamin, go to Japan, get really over, and then come back, and it's like, God, we got to push him now. Shit.
Alexander X Rusev.
I would put a I would put a giant box outside of WWE office, the WWE office
Yeah,
building.
Rusev could sell
And-
lemonade from
and
there.
then-
It's
and then-
perfect.
And Vince McMahon, and finally,
You want
and it
lemonade?
says push Rusev for on the outs in big letters on the outside of it, and it has Vince's name on the top or something.
And it'd be
So Vince finally comes down, and a fucking tank breaks out of the box.
I was gonna say that'd be perfect for Rusev to sell lemonade from. It's only a quarter. Buy lemonade!
You buy lemonade.
Oh shit!
Take the lemonade. No, that was my favorite. That was one of my favorite.
Take the fish.
Yes, that was one of my favorite things. Is just take the fish.
He hides in the corner. He hides in the corner of Vince's office for Vince to come in. For Vince to come in, and as soon as Vince comes in, he comes and shuts the door, and suddenly he's got a Bengal tiger on a chain.
A Bengal?
A Bengal.
Bengal.
Tiger.
It's a Bengal.
Who says Bengal? Fuck you.
We do.
We do.
New Legacy does.
Yeah, exactly.
Go Bengals.
All right. Anyways, next
Move
up,
on to the United States title match.
Ty Dillinger versus Baron Corbin versus AJ Styles.
Can I make an observation really quick?
Yes.
Yes.
To me, Ty Dillinger is the second coming of Dean Malenko in terms of face.
I don't
So
see it.
this one's weird. We didn't know it was a triple threat because we didn't watch the pre-show. But as soon as we saw Ty Dillinger, I was like, he's gonna lose the title so AJ doesn't lose. Lo and behold, that happened.
It's still a pretty dang good match.
This should have been much better when it was. I didn't think it was that good.
Yeah, but you hate Baron Corbin, so.
It was. I think the problem with this match is
Baron Corbin.
because I feel like
Baron
that whole
Corbin
thing-
really isn't that bad. He had a freak bad match with Shinsuke.
I don't think it's. Honestly, I don't think it's necessarily Baron's entirely. Baron's kind of the problem here, but it's not. At the same time, it's not. It's the problem of both Baron and Ty.
Ty Dillinger was just very thrown into this match.
I just
And
feel like
that's the problem.
there was no planning, barely any rehearsal. Just like this was literally like all three were improvising a match because they didn't have an actual like plan.
Script.
Right. Yeah, that's when I think about it, that's the issue. There was no plan, so and Ty Dillinger and Baron Corbin have just don't have the experience
Like
to like
when it
to call a match on the fly. So the AJ was the only one who was actually,
when it
making
comes
this
to
match
phoning
exciting.
when it comes to phoning it in, AJ Styles is so talented. His phoning it in is decent. It makes the match decent if he does that, but the other two just seem kind of lost.
Yeah.
And that's not their fault. It's just this was really like literally the last second.
Baron just kind of did a lot of brawling. He did one deep six. He didn't even do his end of days at any point, I don't think.
They just need to
Yeah,
stop
he didn't.
fucking changing shit like hours before the show starts.
Did he do the end of days?
I don't think he did.
No, he didn't.
That's right. The finish was
Ty ate a forearm, and then
Corbin just steals it.
yeah.
And Ty
As you do.
And Ty just kept going for his finisher, and I know, yeah, it's his finisher, but that's like kind of all it felt like he was doing.
Spamming
Well,
finishers.
you gotta work the finisher.
Yeah.
Like, okay, how many times has he hit the finisher on WWE pay-per-view?
None.
You gotta hype up. You gotta hype
he
up the
probably
finisher.
has. We just didn't see him because it was on the
Yeah.
pre-show.
Yeah.
They do need at least a couple of matches where it's just eat finisher, like just he's dead, win.
Yeah, you need to hype it up.
So when everyone sees it, it's like, oh shit, this might be over, and then it isn't. And it's like, whoa, he kicked out.
What we're saying is we need to
It
detect
is- but it
finishers
is
again.
Also, and
I
in
get that, like, he's
kayfabe.
working the finisher, but it's like you need to do other moves in addition to trying your finisher, and that's
What's
it
Ty
felt like
Dillinger's
that he
finisher? Is it
wasn't
like
doing
a
that.
thingy?
Is it the tiebreaker or
Yeah.
I fully expected some form of Russian leg sweep. I don't know why I assumed that.
No, that's Jervis's finisher, which is the
Ripcord.
fucking awesome
Single knee
Rainmaker.
face breaker to a kneeling opponent, but that was using the signature move. That was the perfect 10. The tiebreaker is a fireman's carry neck breaker,
That's right.
or a fireman's carry spun out into a face breaker knee smash.
That's right.
No.
Basically, fuck your neck or fuck your face.
Yeah, I remember it's a fireman's carry finisher. I mean, I'll defend this match as good. Things that could have worked better. Corbin is really good at heel shit. At that is what he's adapting to well, is really doing like shit that will piss you off.
Have him talk shit. Have him bully people. Have him slug on people.
That's that is one of the things that did seem kind of lacking from this match on Baron's part, is he wasn't really talking much.
Well, it's a triple threat, and it's very awkward.
It is kind of like, why would they not just beat you? Why would the other guy not just beat you up while you're like throwing shit to the crowd? Just like,
although that is a moment we should have sorely lacked, is the moment where Corbin beats the shit out of somebody, talks shit, and then immediately gets hit by a flying opponent.
Talk shit, get hit.
That would have been a great thing. Just like, gets hit by like a missile dropkick from Ty or a phenomenal forearm while he's talking shit. That would have been great. Winner and new United States champion, Baron Corbin. I am okay with this. Baron needs... I feel bad for Baron Corbin because I've been reading the sheets, but getting fucked over because you disagree with Joseph Maroon is not okay in my book, especially since Joseph Maroon has been downplaying CTE.
As well as just being a general maroon.
Yeah, exactly.
What a maroon!
Like, he's portrayed as the bad guy in that Will Smith concussion movie, right?
Yeah, and people have taken umbrage with that, but no, the guy is like, that might be an exaggeration, but he's really like that.
Yeah,
from what I've seen. But I feel bad for him for losing the briefcase. The crowd chanted at him, "Where's your briefcase?"
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with them chanting that because he's a heel and it's funny to see him get pissed off at it, but it's really not right, I think, and it's a waste of the briefcase. If you're gonna have someone lose the briefcase in this day and age, can you at least have them like put it on the line in a match and lose it to somebody else?
Have it mean something, you know?
Yeah.
I know the whole concept of the briefcase gets you an automatic win might have seemed odd, but that's because it mostly goes to heels who know how to fucking use the briefcase.
Yeah, except for Corbin.
And poor Damien Sandow, who's also one of my boys, who got really fucked over there.
And then he completely dropped what made him unique when he jumped to the Indies. God damn it, what the hell?
That was one of the worst captions in my opinion, because like fucking Cena was if I remember that correctly, Cena didn't have his arm. Like his arm was just shot.
I thought it was his leg, but whichever way, it was.
Wait, was this was
I'm
yeah, this
sure
was
it
what,
his
2014?
arm was kayfabe injured to shit. So like he was wrestling with one arm essentially, and he still won.
Yeah.
But when Sandow cashed in, this was
so
2013?
All right.
All right, no, yeah, it wouldn't have been.
Baron Corbin, I hope they do something with you as U.S. champion. They probably won't, but here's hoping.
They'll probably put him in some U.S. gear.
No, they won't.
Fine.
Baron Corbin's gimmick is he doesn't give a shit about you or anything you say.
But he does care about America.
There is one problem, is that like he had a title title match. Basically, AJ sort of got his rematch on SmackDown and lost. Like, I think that should have been saved for like the next pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But our next match after that is Charlotte Flair versus Natalya, which is a pretty dang good match up until we get a screwy finish. But
a lot of people might have not liked this match. I like this match because thought it was a nice, slow, technical storytelling match, and you don't really see that anymore.
No, it was a Flair versus Hart match.
Didn't they do this? They did have a few matches like this.
They
I
had
think.
feud in NXT, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so this is a good, natural matchup.
It was just basic, good, solid stuff. Natalia working Charlotte's leg whole match, nice selling. And the problem is, I actually started to get invested in it, only for Natty to decide to pick up a chair and hit Charlotte for no real reason.
I mean, yeah, the biggest problem is that it didn't seem like that much of a desperation.
It just kind of
move.
stopped.
It kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Like-
they tried to sell it as like a desperation, but like
Came off more as screw you guys, I'm going home.
Yeah, like if Charlotte had been on the offensive when she hit her with the chair, really, that would have been.
she was sort of.
Yeah, but she wasn't
They,
she wasn't about to win.
right.
That's
They-
my problem.
I think they did like the spot to the outside, and then
The
like
moonsault, yeah.
yeah, and then Charlotte was gonna like try and get her back in, and then got hit with a chair.
Yeah, it wasn't like, oh, Charlotte's gonna win. Charlotte's gonna win. Charlotte's really gonna win here, and then here comes the chair. That would have worked much better. But I'm not opposed to a rematch between these two.
Me either.
I'd like to see more of this. It's just it was a good match, and then it just kind of ended.
Yep.
Pretty
And
much.
then we come to the worst match of the night.
Oh, Shinsuke. Okay, I will say in advance, we're going to review TLC after this.
Yes.
This match made me swear off WWE pay-per-views for the foreseeable future. And then viral meningitis happened and made me watch TLC because I had to fucking see Kurt Angle in the Shield and Finn versus AJ. That being said, this match, in addition to this world title match, in addition to the last pay-per-view with Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman, made me say I don't want to be a part of WWE fandom because they are so dead set on Jinder being a long-term champion and Brock Lesnar only dropping to Roman that it's destroying the rest of the company in terms of competitors. It's fucking awful.
No one
And-
seems legitimate. And it's
You are telling me that Shinsuke fucking Nakamura cannot beat Jinder when Jinder is fighting by himself.
yeah.
I would
they're
like to
probably
point
gonna
out Shinsuke Nakamura, in order to get his first crack at Jinder Mahal, beat John Cena.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks for making his victory pointless against John motherfucking Cena, the top guy in the company.
For the record, in kayfabe, Shinsuke should be as strong as Roman Reigns because they both beat Cena.
So
Or
what you're
eight-
saying is that Roman Reigns is nowhere near as powerful as Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just makes me think with Survivor Series coming up, they're just gonna try and get AJ and Shinsuke on the same team and have the fucking Jinder versus Brock match. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Please tell me that's a
I wanna
Survivor
die.
Series match, like a Survivor Series rules match, so that they have a team of people around them so that we don't have to endure.
Nope.
No, it's just
Oh.
it's just a
Well, that
match
would have been
between-
fun. Just like Brock Lesnar killing an entire team. Although I don't really like that booking, but that would have at least been fun of like, let's throw Heath Slater on the team if nothing to be thrown around by Brock Lesnar.
I hope to God they don't make that a long match and just have Brock destroy him, please.
I mean, whoever
For the
wins, we
one
lose.
time, it'd be satisfying.
Brock isn't the most credible champion given the fact that he's not there every week. But at least you believe that he can beat people.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
But then again, he kind of. Then again, whenever he's in like in a triple threat or higher match, he gets like knocked out for.
And then comes back like a fucking zombie, yeah.
The only reason I'm saying that they're probably going to be on the Survivor Series team is I'm looking at the card right now, and it's all champion versus champion, but AJ's not on the card.
Well, AJ's not champion, is he?
No, he's not.
Yeah, so he'd probably be in the Survivor Series match, because, you know, it's AJ
Ah, okay.
Styles.
Yeah, this match was utter dog shit because the way Jinder wrestles is so fucking boring.
Rest holds, some punching. Rest holds, some punching.
How do you make a Shinsuke match boring?
With the wrong opponent.
He just hugs Shinsuke for like 10 minutes, and
No,
Okay,
even then, I can
that's
imagine.
the Baron
he
Corbin
would find
example,
it.
but
He did, as Ellie said before we did the show, he has no psychology, no big spots, and as he just described, he just does stuff.
He does moves. He's got
just
like the
does
most
stuff.
generic moveset.
like,
okay.
does
What
he
I was
have
saying
any
about-
cool moves leading up to the Koloss? Because he fucking doesn't. He does like chin locks and he hits you a bit, and like he hits you some more, and then he does his finisher and wins. It's like he has no repertoire. Like he doesn't have any
So-
cool gendery moves that he does. Like
So I'm gonna compare Jinder to couple people he can learn from, and we can discuss this.
the only reason he doesn't have a camel clutch is because Rusev has one.
Right. The list of people that Jinder could learn from in terms of main event heel style wrestlers. The first one I thought of is Kevin Owens. But you know what Kevin Owens' biggest asset is?
His
His
ass.
personality.
Yeah, personality and timing. Personality and timing.
He's great at
He-
coming up with stuff to do on the fly that just
Yeah,
makes you
he-
hate him.
He's that's the other thing is Jinder isn't exactly a force of personality.
He's just like, I am here and the champion.
And also not a
Uh,
cult of personality.
No.
Oh.
Kevin Owens will talk shit throughout his entire match and make you hate him, or make you laugh if you're
If you have a weird sense of humor.
if you have a dark sense of humor, which I do. But
Fuck your
Uh,
kids.
Rusev, similar in a way. He also talks shit, not as much. He does not talk as much shit.
Because he does not want to get hit.
The fuck is going on in the background?
I have no idea.
He also does like he also tries to soften them up for the finisher.
Yeah, basic submission psychology.
Yeah.
There's also other people he could learn from. Well, I said Rusev. He's not a main eventer, but
Yeah,
he could be
Should be.
if they let him.
if they let.
He should be in Jinder's spot. Really.
He
And
I
that
thought-
was the original plan until
Yeah.
I guess they saw until I guess they
I
made the
think
plans, or
Rusev,
I don't know if they had made the plans before.
like, Rusev was out on injury, I think. And
I don't,
Yeah,
I don't know if they
that's-
made the plans of Jinder being champion and the plans to go to India roughly in the same time, or they saw that they were going to India and they wanted to see if they could court the market.
One other. I'm specifically not naming people like AJ Styles because
he's not
AJ
heel right now.
Styles is phenomenal, but he's
Well, he
a
is
high
a phenomenal one.
Also, he's a slightly
he's
better
a high flyer. He's a
slightly
he-
better face.
and he has like experience that Jinder just doesn't have.
because AJ's heel gimmick is I'm smug, which works a lot of the time because he could back it up. But
Right. People that Bobby Roode. Again, he's got years of experience that Jinder doesn't, but all of his shit is timing. That's everything he does is just proper timing of moves. He doesn't do a whole bunch of oh shit moves. He just times everything really well so that you react to it.
Fuck. Just,
So the solution here is Jinder. First of all, grow a personality.
And make a cult.
Don't need a cult for this. Don't worry. We're
Damn
done
it.
with that joke.
Sorry, I've been playing too much Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
his two like bodyguards or whatever you want to call them.
The Singh brothers.
The Singh brothers
Yeah, they have more
have
personality,
more personality than he does.
I
But their
love the
entire
Singh brothers. They're
personality is
great.
Hands on hips.
hey,
They're great. And they're basically just rehash J&J security.
slightly browner J&J security. I'd love to see them on 205 Live again.
Yeah, the Singh brothers are. In fact, you know what? Push the Singh. You want to get into the Indian market? Push the Singh brothers,
That's
maybe
just
towards
this
one of the
fucking-
tag titles.
Top-notch Indian tag team or
Honestly, though,
something.
here's the thing. Just fuck Vince because he
Owns the thing.
They got to be telling him, and he has. How does he not know that? Because people have to be telling him that Jinder isn't working as a champ.
But he's
and
got
that
weird
the whole
arms.
Attempt to get the Indian market is pointless because their internet speeds are shit.
I
They're
wouldn't
not
say
going to
as
get the network.
I wouldn't say that. There's
I
actually
think
a
it's
lot
more
of
about the
there's-
television.
There's actually a lot of like online users who watch Indian WWE, and their complaint is they don't like Jinder either.
Yeah.
Well,
They like
I've
they
said-
like
and I've-
Oh,
they like
and I've
AJ
said this-
Styles because he's really good. Like
And I've said this before. If you want a babyface champion that everyone likes and everyone can get behind, and it doesn't, and there's no language barrier to understanding him, the only answer is Shinsuke Nakamura.
he doesn't even
Because-
have to talk most of the time.
Yeah, his body language tells you everything. You just watch a Shinsuke match and you go, okay, that guy's cool, and he's got this aura around him, and I want him to win.
I like
he's over-
red kicky guy.
He's over at levels close to where Daniel Bryan was, and they could have their first ever Japanese champion in WWE history. But no, of course not.
well, legit Japanese champion.
yeah.
Oh, man,
I
I
don't know
wonder
that.
what Jinder's Hindi skills are. Like, he's a Canadian, right?
Well, he's Canadian, yeah. So,
But I think they're all right. I haven't heard any complaints on that. But
Also,
he's not Great Khali bad.
Also, one more message to WWE. Please stop calling Shinsuke the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura. It's a really fucking dumb nickname that I hate.
I don't-
He had a
Yeah.
perfectly fine one. He was the king of strong style.
You know
Probably
what?
because he wanted to own title for him. So
Yeah, that's what I
Probably got
think it
better
is.
ones.
I think WWE wants to own like a nickname.
They want to
Like,
own some like trademarks and shit.
that's right. That's right. Prince
But they
Devitt
could've
is
come
Finn
up with-
Balor.
But they could have come up with something better than the
Also,
artist.
because his first name is Fergal, and that's a funny fucking first name.
He's also the rock star, which is perfectly fine.
A real rock
the
and
rock
roller.
star Shinsuke Nakamura would be fucking great. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
they
doesn't
use
really
that-
work with the dubstep.
Yeah, but
Problem
he,
is it's
he
not.
does the
It's
rock
not.
It's not
theirs
dubstep.
When he wants something that's theirs.
Kind of
But they-
violence. That
Again, they
I
can
guess.
come up with something better than the fucking artist.
They had rock star, and they barely use it.
But
Again, Mega Fighter, it's not theirs though. They didn't. Come
No,
up
they
with
made it. They made the Rockstar.
No, they
Yeah,
didn't.
I've never heard
Yeah.
him called the Rockstar outside.
It's on his Wikipedia page.
I thought that was some. I didn't think that was WWE that came.
They,
up
No,
they
with
call
no,
him a
he-
they call him a rock star, but they're not using rock star as a nickname for him.
But anyways, the Jinder continues to be champion, and it continues to frustrate me to no end.
He's got nothing going for him.
I know they're not the most reliable voices. I mean, they're good, and I think they kind of are in the know. But Meltzer and Alvarez have basically said at this point, WWE is like just hemorrhaging money, and if it weren't for their sponsors and their TV deals, they wouldn't be able to survive.
Well, yeah, that's been the case for a while, though.
Yeah, they did-
Those sponsorships
And
and TV deals give them a shit ton of money, Roxanne.
Yeah, but it's like it's at the same moment. It's like Vince and the company is content to make the money they're making and not make more, and I don't get it.
Yeah, that is a good point. Bobby
they kinda
Roode.
don't want to. They probably don't want the WCW chief.
I assume they don't want to rock the boat.
Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler.
This
Or-
felt weird.
This by far was the most disappointing match of the night in
I
terms
kind
of like
of dig
something
it.
that
Too bad it was a popcorn caliber match.
this is the part of this is probably the lowest point of the roller coaster. I mean, other
No,
than
it's not.
Nakamura and Jinder. I mean,
Nakamura
well, this-
versus Jinder is far worse.
yeah.
To be fair, we were completely deflated when we watched this, and
Yeah,
This-
that
this-
doesn't help.
I think-
We were fucking pissed watching that, going into this, and that just doesn't help.
my problem
Look
is
how
this
that I
just
did.
felt like a match that happens like at the end of the first hour of SmackDown. You know?
Yeah, get
When
Rude
we-
over.
When I was watching this with Ali, he was telling me that after the opening tag team cell match that this show had petered out and it felt as the other wrestlers were kind of told to make sure their matches weren't too exciting to save the crowd for the main event. And I didn't really believe him until this match came on. But I don't think that's really what's going on here. I think this is Ziggler's fault.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
Stupid
no, the
Ziggler with
guy
his
is
pants.
The guy is coasting. He doesn't care anymore. He's been pushed so much. He's waiting. If anyone's waiting his contract out, it's fucking Ziggler. He doesn't care.
I don't believe that. I think this was more constrained for time, and
Especially the fucking tights finish. That was stupid.
I mean, it's
I think it
This
was a
could- this
timing
should-
thing.
this should have
And
been this is like a dream match, but it wasn't built that way. And there was no like hype for this really.
Also, there was
Yeah, because
nothing
they-
leading up to
because they
this
cur-
match.
Because they were kind of wanting this to be the popcorn match, the match between the big matches, quote unquote, so that you can get the crowd to calm down, so that
This
they
was-
be hot for the main event.
And
Also-
I
wasn't
don't-
exactly-
also, I don't believe that Ziggler, in what has it been, like 5 months since his feud with Miz,
Mhm.
has degraded as a wrestler that fucking much. No, this is an issue of the match being short and
Being written as a
Prob-
popcorn match.
yeah, probably told to go out there, be safe, just let Rude have an easy victory, or Rude have an easy victory and roll into the next show.
And the whole feud is stupid. And Dolph is mad that like everyone just likes his entrance.
Yeah, and Ziggler's whole gimmick of like everyone else is an entrance and like it could work. Like it's like everyone else in an entrance and I'm a great wrestler. It could work if they would actually use the gimmick of him doing other people's entrances in this way. The problem is they're going about it the wrong way. What's happening, I think, is he comes out normally, then he goes back, and then he does the other person's entrance. Why not come out as the parody entrance first, so they don't know, so everyone's like, oh, like he would like.
They only
we
did that
mentioned
for a
this
couple
before.
segments.
He would
Now
get
he just
so
doesn't.
much heat if he came out to CM Punk.
Now
He
just
would get so much fucking heat.
WWE
And
They
it's
have
doesn't.
probably-
the right to that.
Well, granted, yeah, I think the price for this song is just
They wouldn't
really
need to
expensive.
necessarily use Cult of Personality. They could use fucking Fire Burns from Killswitch.
Yeah, that's
could
true.
use
I
it-
was going to
use that
say
one.
I
that.
still imagine that would still cost a bit of money for a one-off thing.
Yeah, and also like, I think Cult of Personality is a very expensive song because it even got delicensed from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Anyway,
But I'm just like pick entrances that what everyone would be excited to do. Like, I don't know, fucking do The Rock.
okay.
I want
I
the.
don't have anything to do.
I want
I
the.
think if I were divorced from the Rock, or
I want the
like,
under.
yeah, would
The
like,
under
cause that
Dolpher.
And make sure. Oh, another thing I think is the other
Dolph.
problem is like he often did them before the he would do them before his scheduled matches.
Mhm.
Like he should have like done. It should have been like a like a segment thing, like not during his scheduled matches. Like he just comes out and surprise and fakes everyone out, kind of thing.
I was going to
So
say
now I
that.
just thought of the
It's just-
Underdolphin.
I just think the problem with this, to me, the gimmick is just not getting him over as a legit hateable heel. It's kind of making everyone indifferent to him.
It's just it's just Dolph Ziggler, but he's kind of a whiny, bitter asshole. It's kind of not
I think
what.
it kind of got some.
Also, it's like everyone liked me for my entrance. I've never really liked Dolph Ziggler's entrance.
No, it's just
barring
like,
his first one.
Dolph Ziggler's entrance. Here he is, and then he walks to the ring, and it's like, okay,
I always liked the first I Am Perfection. I'm probably the only one who does.
or the one where the random rap verse is thrown in, like I am perfection.
That's the one I'm talking about.
There was one
Like the
before
really
that.
early one. There was?
Yeah, it didn't have that part.
He does have this thing now, though. What his entrance music will start, and then it goes, and then it's like,
Nothing.
fuck you, you don't get an entrance.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean the R-Truth entrance from way back when?
Not quite. Well, no, the R-Truth
truth
entrance didn't
has
have
set
any
me
music
free.
at all. It was just R-Truth saying the truth will set you free, and that was it.
Where did
I
our
did,
truth
I
go?
did, I did remember Ziggler getting some heat for that
You don't
for
wanna know
this entrance tonight.
I want my son back.
But I will say there was the one moment that this match had was actually after the match was a good little bit of heel moment for Ziggler to do the zigzag and attack.
I just love it. It's just like, fuck you. I don't care that you won. Bye.
That's some of the best heat you can get is to cut off Bobby Roode's theme.
Also, random tangent. Fucking R-Truth has the most I'm a wrestlery name in the fucking world of Ronnie Killings. Like, come
Oh
on.
yeah, Ron Killings, man.
Like, come on. That's
That should have been
perfect.
That should have been his name.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, I don't
Kind
know
of
why
also
they
a
didn't just go
GTA,
with
like-
Ron Killings. I don't understand.
That's a perfect I'm a wrestling guy name.
I have no idea why they called him R-Truth. I guess
Market.
So they can own his name.
We really shouldn't say that when we're talking about our truth, though.
Oh, fuck you. They do that for all the wrestlers. Fuck you.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, the only time they don't do that is if a wrestler's so over, it's like, God, they will have our ass if we change his name. We cannot,
Right.
we cannot do that.
Like the next match, Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens in a
Wait,
Falls
who?
Count Anywhere Hell in a Cell, which I always thought Hell in a Cell was Falls Count Anywhere
Nope,
anyways.
they
but
had to be
I
in the
guess
ring.
not.
Wait, whose name do they not own that they changed.
Yeah, that was the weird thing when
Yeah,
this
they changed
Hell in a
Owens' name.
Cell started. When the New Day versus Usos, they said, "Oh, it's tornado tag rules." And
No, I was talking about Shane.
falls are and falls and pinfalls are only in the ring. And it's like, well, first of all, tornado makes sense because it's Hell in a Cell anyway. So I don't know why they needed to add that. But why only pinfalls in the ring?
I think that's always been a thing in the WWE game.
Yeah, in the WWE games, you have to pin them in the ring. That's why the
Um,
whole break it up John Cena thing happened on the New Legacy episode.
Oh yeah, that was
Because-
great.
And I mean, the obvious answer is because are you gonna tell the fucking ref to the ref's not gonna climb the cell, much less count on it.
Hold on, I'll count the pin. I gotta get up there.
Let's get Earl Hebner up on top of the cell.
Oh, this is a big fucking cell. Jesus Christ.
And then the ref, and
There
then
was-
then we just have a disaster ref bump.
You cannot.
Oh my god, the ref taking the bump off the cell. Oh my god.
You could not pay Charles Robinson enough to do
I
that.
ain't fucking doing that.
So
I meant
Mr.
I meant,
White, that's not wise.
I meant a shoot ref bump. Where he just misses a hold and he just falls.
Yeah, that's the thing I noticed. They have like little handholds now on the cell for climbing. That'd be really funny if, like, when Owens and Shane were fighting on the side of the cell, you just saw Charles Robinson trying to climb up between them. Like, I gotta officiate. God damn it.
Mr. White, that's not wise. God damn
Love
it.
No, I got it right, man. Kudos.
This match was insanely long, stretching to about 40 minutes total, not
But,
counting the entrances.
but it was miles better than Shane's match with Taker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't a bad match. It's just, you know, there's only so much you can do, you know? Like,
Yeah,
Shane...
There's only so much Shane can do.
Shane
That's the
did
problem.
everything he could. He did a fucking shooting star press at one point. Like,
Yeah, which
Yeah.
looked good. I mean,
he
looked
actually
fucking better than
he-
Brock's
he-
attempt at WrestleMania.
he actually made the flip.
So he still had
Brock could have made it if he didn't put Kurt Angle so fucking far away from him.
Yeah, the shooting star press is supposed to be like, I put him kind of near the corner I'm in.
Yeah, I don't understand why he went for it, considering how far across the ring.
Because
Kurt
Brock's
was.
insane and made of, like, iron or some shit.
Yes. And he almost made it too.
And he broke his neck on Angle.
No,
Which is an
also,
irony
Shane
in and
really-
of itself.
Shane also did a really nice float over tornado DDT at one point too.
Yeah, like, Shane did actually attempt to do moves, and I appreciate that, but there's only so much you can do when you're in your late 40s, you know? Like,
Yeah.
He
And I
did
do-
he did a little better with his punches, where some actually looked like they were actually
Well,
connecting.
it helped, like, his punches are, like, really short, but he was, like,
think-
he was, like, leaning against Owens, so they looked like body shots, and that kind of worked.
So also, what helps in this match as opposed to Taker is there's story behind this match, and there's a real reason why Kevin Owens is facing Shane. With Taker, it was like, Shane, you want to run Raw, then you have to fight Undertaker. And if I was Undertaker, I would have just come out and said,
Fuck
no.
I still want for
You know,
Well,
I
if
did
we
love
ever
all
do
the
a year
moments
interview-
where, like, Shane was down and Kevin Owens would just go, fuck your kids, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or fuck you. But the thing is,
Kevin Owens doesn't give a shit about his kids.
though, Shane's kids, if
his
you're
name is
fucking...
son Owen.
Shane's-
Owen Owens.
Shane's kids, if you're fucking watching this, and I doubt it, because you're probably, like, on a jet ski or something, don't fucking giggle and joke at the guy assaulting your father. Like, he's not your friend. You're on TV. Look upset. Jesus Christ.
You're shitty actors, small children.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, 10-year-olds.
I still want if we do a 2017 year in review, I want like the logo to be surrounded by gifs of Shane's shitty punches.
Yeah, that was one of the best parts of again Kevin being such a great trash talker. Basically, like he would call over to Shane's kids, be like, "I should be your role model. Look at Daddy. Look at Daddy."
The daddy falls off buildings.
Oh yeah, that is really fucking fun. He keeps referencing, "You fallen, you come out of helicopters."
Well, that reminds me of one of the most harsh lines and dark heel moments I've ever heard out of Kevin, when he basically said, when he had that promo in the ring with Shane and said,
It would have been better for your
everyone would have
kids
been
if you
better off
died in that
if you didn't
helicopter crash.
survive the helicopter crash. I was like, holy shit.
You know, it's a work, but it did make it feel real, and that's what I like about Kevin Owens. And
So
they did everything they could, like every spot, like the fucking cannonball into the table. They fought in
Yeah.
the ring, around the ring, outside the cage, inside the cage, on top of the cage.
here's
And the top of the cage stuff was scary as shit. But
you can tell they've reinforced that cage
Well, yeah.
for 20 years ago when they first did this. That cage is not going to accidentally break.
they basically had like metal bars around, like like metal, I don't know, like
Oh.
thing.
Cross sections and
Yeah,
rebar.
metal
Yeah.
cross sections over
I could
like
probably better explain it.
in the shapes of like and like the top of it was like sectioned into squares.
I thought it was always sectioned into squares.
Yeah, it always has been. Yeah, those are
it
panels.
just has crossbars and raftering in it.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
remember? Yeah, this reinforcement reminded me of the old Attitude Era Raw set where the Titantron had that exact metal going around it.
Because keep in mind, like the first Hell in a Cell match, that was just a cube-shaped fence. That was it.
I liked one of my favorite moments of this match was the part where Shane's on the announcer's table. Kevin Owens has climbed to the top and he's about to like frog splash off, but he can't bring his. He keeps stopping himself because he's too scared to do it. It's like, I'm not that insane, but when it was Shane's turn and he had Kevin in position, he's like, here I go, whee! I don't.
And then,
Sami
should we talk
Zayn
about it now?
with the save.
So let's talk about this for a moment. When I first heard the words Sami Zayn heel turn, I said no. I said no.
Hell no.
I said no.
On second thought, taking myself out of it, it's a decision that can work. Sami Zayn is going to be be more of his backstage persona, which is annoying. And he decided that even though Kevin Owens has repeatedly tried to end his career, he was once friends with Kevin and he didn't want to see him die. So he saved him.
And there's kind of a bit more to it as they've developed on the SmackDowns. Basically, Sammy has seen that
Sammy thinks that Shane doesn't care about either of them.
and he basically
Shane McMahon doesn't care about Canadian people.
Yeah.
He basically saw that Shane had kind of stopped giving Sammy opportunities for titles shots and stuff, and wasn't really doing anything for him. And I also liked his promo where he basically said that the crowd wasn't doing his part and wasn't cheering him for loud as say Daniel Bryan and stuff like that.
So
If I could say
I'll
really
see
quick,
how this works out.
You're supposed to cheer for me, and you didn't cheer for me hard enough.
can I quickly say something?
Yes.
The only problem that I could see is that the music, guys, tends to be like very upbeat music.
Don't worry, we'll get the slowed down heel version soon.
Well, no,
I tried to
now he,
I tried
now
to
he-
look up a heel ska song, and I couldn't find any, even
Well-
ska-core.
Well, here's the thing. Sami Zayn is now doing annoying heel ska dancing.
Let's go.
It's called skanking.
Is that really what
Yes,
it's
it
called?
is.
I saw that on Twitter, but
It's
I
called
could not
skanking.
believe.
Yep, it's a legit thing.
Now, if he could do it while calling people a skank, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Fuck you, fuck you.
But yeah, like I tried to look up some ska-core to see if I could find a good example of heel Sami Zayn music.
It's just
and I
Kevin
couldn't
Owens'
find-
theme
That's
with.
what they need to do.
The heroes are
It's just
So
Kevin.
ones are just too
Uh,
cherry.
Since he and Kevin are best friends, what they need to have is a new version of his theme where, like, where in the whoa parts and the let's go parts, you just have like Kevin Owens shouting insults at you over the theme.
whoa, whoa, eat dicks.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got the Sami Zayn.
I was
theme.
gonna
Put
say-
put it at half speed, and you're good to go.
Just have Kevin Owens guitar riff interspersed through.
I was gonna say, have it just be Kevin Owens' theme, but instead of guitars, it's all trumpets.
I think you need a French horn.
I mean, they could do the
Is that
same.
because I'm French Canadian?
No, that's an
By the
actual
way,
name.
slowing down Sami Zayn's theme to like half speed is actually a horrible idea.
They could do that thing that I did like that. I know Sweeney got a lot of flack for it, but that one mashup he did of Scotty Doesn't Know and Sami Zayn's theme was pretty damn great. And that'd be fucking funny as shit. They would have no context in WWE,
What was the mashup? I forgot.
but Scotty Doesn't Know.
From Eurotrip.
Scotty doesn't know that Fiona and me do it in my van every Friday. Sunday.
It was on Sundays.
Yeah, Sundays. That's
Scotty
right.
That way she
doesn't
could say she
know
was
that
in
I
church.
do his van every Sunday.
Shane doesn't know.
Don't tell Shane.
They would. It's not exactly. It's not entirely upbeat. It's a lot slower, but he could come up. But it would mean licensed. He could come out to
Crumple,
Santeria.
crumple,
Come out to Santeria
Probably a
once in a
French
while.
friend is
crumple, crumple.
That's why I increased the sound of it.
Crumple intensifies.
I don't practice Santeria.
Speaking of license, the only best bet I saw for heel Sami Zayn is a group called Sector Core, but they're Mexican. So that's gonna
So it
really
will
cause
be El Generico.
Yes.
He's back from that orphanage that he died in.
He didn't die in the orphanage. It's not
So
Maybe,
We do have-
maybe they could
Warren.
somehow take Sami Zayn's theme and turn it, slow it down slightly, and make it all minor key.
so we do have to review TLC. So maybe we should make this sign off from the Hell in a Cell show.
I'm not gonna do them back to back.
Fair enough.
There will be time. Yeah, we got time before Survivor Series, right?
Yeah.
If they put, like,
As long as you
fucking
guys
more-
fucking show up at the same time.
As long as they don't fucking put more pay-per-views between it.
Yeah.
God, I hope, like, Jesus, WWE. Is this your plan? Are you just trying to kill the C show?
I don't think they're gonna do another pay-per-view between this and Survivor Series.
Isn't
Yeah.
there
It's
well,
probably
there's
gonna
actually
be.
been more Raw pay-per-views than SmackDown, so I can see what.
It's probably gonna be between Survivor Series and Clash of Champions in December.
I guess, but I'm just thinking that maybe they could still do it.
Okay,
let's go.
so Sami Zayn theme at 0.5 speed is
They
decent. It's not horrible.
Did they do Backlash yet this year?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, we already beat up the Fox.
God.
I mean,
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Hashtag
let
fuck
me
that
look
guy.
up, let me
Hashtag
look
fuck
up
that
the,
L.
Pay-per-view schedule. I just want to compare this with last year.
Or we don't.
Or we could end it on fuck that guy.
Oh,
Fuck
there
that
was
guy.